Hey, Conor, Irishman Speaks here, providing you with some simple tips, tricks, and techniques on adding humor to your presentation.
But our lives have funny things that happen to us that maybe aren't funny at the time, but when you reflect back on them, think, oh my God, how silly did I look doing
Yeah,
that?
and reminds me of a story. My brother lives in New York, and he came over to us in Chicago a few months back. He drove over with his wife. They stopped at some supermarket, and when they were leaving the supermarket, it was pouring rain. And he saw there was two ladies that were on their little motorized shopping carts, waiting for the rain to stop as well. So Victor, my brother, goes over to them and he says, ladies, my car is parked over at the far end of the parking lot there. You've got these motorized trikes. Would you go over to the parking lot and get my umbrella and bring them back? And they kind of look at him. And then they realized he was totally joking. One of the ladies says, oh, that's very funny. That's very funny. I must write that down. And it was just the line that I must write that down. And I said, that's what I'm talking about all the time when it comes to humor. Just write it down. You don't know when or where. This might be the first time I've actually recounted that story again, but I remembered it. It's in my iPhone notes somewhere or other, and it popped after you mentioned being out with the dog in the rain, etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a grandson who just turned 5, and every time he comes over, he's always intrigued with scissors and things. Well, his dad has shears to be able to trim his neck and things like that of hair. And the 5-year-old decided he sees a lot of his cartoon characters have mohawks. So he decided to give himself a mohawk. Not a great one. And so now his head is shaved. And just, but whenever my daughter told me the story, I had to laugh because it's a story that people relate to. And that's what puts the smile on their face. It may not be hilarious, but it puts the smile on their face.
Absolutely. And the idea that I suggest to people is, right, you've got that little story. You can now ask yourself, well, where might that fit into some message that I'm giving someplace? And obviously, when it comes to kids and grandkids, virtually everyone in your audience has had kids or grandkids. Virtually everyone, or they've been a kid at some stage, kind of thing. So it does make it very relatable. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, and also, if you see the details below, you will find a link to 53 humorous quotes and flubs that you can add to any presentation.